the return of It's Too Late with Tre Jones. 1 Hot Minute edition. Listen, I want to be a content creator. I really do. But I'm also undisciplined AF, as the kids say. The kids still say that, right? It's just hard to make the time, you know, especially now with the life demands of having to pay bills. So I figured compromise. Maybe if I shoot for shorter videos, it'll make the task of creating content less daunting and I can do it more consistently. And so 1 Hot Minute is born, in which I will shoot for a minimum of 1 minute covering a topic or two from the previous week. They'll probably be much longer than that, especially this one, in which I have to explain the whole concept and everything. But if I can pass that minimum goal, I can at least feel good about myself. Which is so rare for me these days. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Trade war. Wow. Oh, good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So I guess it's a good thing that President Trump says he no longer plans to go forward with placing tariffs on goods from Mexico. If you listen closely, you can hear the sounds of thousands of soccer moms rejoicing on behalf of their avocado toast. The president originally threatened tariffs against Mexico in an effort to get them to address the immigration issue for some reason. But Trump says things are all good now thanks to an agreement he totally just reached with the Mexican government. However, plot twist, reports are now saying that those new measures Mexico agreed to do to help prevent illegal immigration to the U.S., they're, well, not so new. Like as in their actions Mexico had already agreed to do months ago. Mexico's foreign minister even denied any such deal being made. But, see, the president, he has proof otherwise.
That's the agreement that everybody says they don't have. But here's the agreement. It's a very simple agreement. This is one page of a very long and very good agreement for both Mexico and the United States. So here's your thing. You know, they all say, oh, he does it. I just give you my word inside here, and I would love to do it. But you will freeze action it. You will stop it. You will analyze it. Every single letter you'll see. But in here is the agreement.
And in other news, I totally just landed a date with this hot, rich Latin model who's completely DTF. Got her number right here and everything. What's that? You want to see the number? I can't just put my girlfriend's number out there for the world to see. I'll be irresponsible. Just take my word for it. I'm a trustworthy guy. In other Trump news, because it seems like it's mandatory that he dominate all news cycles, the president did an interview this week with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, in which he might have given us a little bit of insight into his campaign strategy for the 2020 election, which, good God, is only a year away.
Your campaign this time around, if foreigners, if Russia, if China, if someone else offers you information on an opponent, should they accept it or should they call the FBI?
I think maybe you do both. I think you might want to listen. There's nothing wrong with listening. If somebody called from a country, Norway, we have information on your opponent. Oh, I think I'd want to hear it.
You want that kind of interference in our elections?
It's not an interference. They have information. I think I'd take it.
So, to recap, at first it was no collusion. Then it was, okay, maybe some collusion, but not by me, and it was people on my team who I never met and don't know. Then it was no collusion, and even if there had been, folks, would that be so bad? And now it's, I guess my opponents, hell yeah, I collude with another country, man. You see what that ish did for me the first time? I'd be dumb AF not to do it again.
Do you call the FBI?
I don't think coming from Russia, you do.
I've seen a lot of things over my life. I don't think in my whole life I've ever called the FBI. In my whole life.
So, say what you will about President Trump. Hashtag MAGA or hashtag not my president. At least we can all rest assured that Trump ain't no snitch. it for the inaugural edition of One Hot Minute. Thanks for wasting time. Listen, blah blah bleepy blue, blah blah bleepy blue, blue bleep blah bleep blue.